Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Boy, what a week for crypto. It has been a roller coaster ride. We've been seeing price go up, specifically for XRP. We've been getting a lot of news, negative news, positive news, all just kind of being thrown at us. I'm kind of happy we're now coming into the weekend, although, nothing ever seems to surprise me anymore. Sometimes, it is possible we could get a bombshell announcement over the weekend. And I'm not going to lie, I was scouring James K. Filan's Twitter page here looking for any kind of announcement. Today is March the 31st. Although it is still fairly early in the morning, we still could get some kind of verdict by end of day today. Although as of the recording of this video, we're not seeing any kind of announcement with regards to the Ripple lawsuit or anything like that. So let's focus on the crypto market for now. Bitcoin trading just under $28,000. We've been seeing Bitcoin just kind of hovering in this level here for the last about 2 weeks now. We're not really seeing any huge moves to the upside or the downside for Bitcoin. It's just been kind of vacillating here. This is Bitcoin on the daily. We did see Bitcoin move up. Well, overall, since the beginning of the year, since the beginning of January, we saw this huge pump up for Bitcoin. And then more recently, in March, we did see another move to the upside for Bitcoin. So today marks the end of Q1 2023. Bitcoin still making its way upward. XRP, though, this has been the story of the week, or even the last couple of weeks, I guess some could argue. XRP right now trading at about 53 cents. So over the last couple of days now, we haven't seen too much momentum, although this is good. We need the chill out period before we continue to make our way to the upside. And, the same was true back on March the 21st after we saw that initial pump for XRP. We did see the next day XRP come right back down again and try to find that equilibrium here. Let me put it on the 4-hour. You guys can probably see that a little better there on the 4-hour chart. So, a couple of weeks ago, we did see that move, that initial move to the upside. XRP did formulate that bullish pennant pattern. Of course, we saw another move to the upside, bringing us into this week, the end of this week. XRP did make a high of about 58.5 cents. And guys, now we are looking like it's making the same kind of pattern. So hopefully this will continue the upside. And even if I just throw this on the hourly right now, let me get rid of some of that. You guys can see that XRP's just kind of been hovering, not really making an impression up or down, although it is holding this base here, okay? So roughly 53 cents, give or take. XRP is still holding that level of support, same level of support, mini level here that we saw, resistance, makes new support, so we're seeing that there. Ultimately, though, XRP has been the coin that has been turning heads this week. I also happen to notice HBAR, guys. I don't know if you guys are HBAR hodlers, but we have seen some upward momentum for HBAR as well. A lot of positive volume here. This is HBAR on the daily. You guys can see there has been quite a pump to the upside, and this is the 4-hour chart now. Just changed it to the 4-hour. HBAR did, in fact, see a high of almost 7.5 cents. Now it's trading at about 7 cents. So some of these coins have now decided to take off. Take a look at this. In the last 7 days, XRP still in the lead, followed by Stellar, Conflux, and now HBAR is in number 4 spot in terms of the last 7 days of activity. So that is up 16.66%. And some are wondering why. Mason here on Twitter posted this. Reasons HBAR is pumping right now. Today, a company that was using MasterCard's blockchain switched to Hedera. They were featured yesterday in the U.S. Department of State's article. Other companies that were featured included Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Hedera recently crossed 6 billion transactions and is easily doing 10 million transactions per day. More and more people are joining the ecosystem and community every day. HBAR native hardware wallet was launched by Citadel Wallet. So, we're seeing some positive HBAR news. And I had a feeling, I haven't actually been in this coin for a long time, but I did have a feeling that when I purchased this back at the end of December, right over here at about 4 cents, just over 4 cents, that we were going to see a heck of a ride for HBAR. So I'm going to continue to keep my eyes on that one, guys. So I'm going to continue to keep my eyes on that. Digital Assets Daily here, though, posting this. And so the crypto explosion and the excitement is, it's twofold in this particular bull run because we are seeing a collapse of the economy. We know crypto is going to be playing a big role in restructuring and perhaps repairing the economy. And I think when assessing this landscape, we really do have to take everything in account. This from Digital Assets Daily here. So this is the number of bank closures, okay, announced in 2023. This is in the UK alone. And don't think that this is limited to the UK, guys. This could, in fact, happen in the United States as well. So just an article here. More and more banks are disappearing from the UK's high streets as people turn to using online services and banking apps to manage their money. So this is specifically bank closures, brick and mortar bank closures. HSBC has already confirmed it will close 114 banks, around a quarter of its total sites in 2023. Meanwhile, Lloyd's is closing at least 36 banks, and NatWest has 66 venues scheduled to shut their doors permanently. So I'm just going to scroll down here just to show you guys this list here. So this first one here, Lloyd's Bank in the UK. Again, guys, these are just banks in the UK, and these are all the locations that are going to be closed. This one's Halifax Bank. And just scrolling down, you guys can see the number there. NatWest Bank, more closures down here. And I will link this in the description. I don't know if you guys are in the UK and maybe your local branch is being closed and you want to know about that. Santander over here as well. Not as many, but still some. HSBC, more closures there. So, banking closures, not good. I mean, they're positing it as, okay, well, people are going online for their banking needs, and I get that. But guys, this is symptomatic of a bigger problem. A great clip here of Tom Emmer, brought to us by Digital Asset Buy on Twitter. Crypto is the answer to the $32 trillion debt problem in the United States. Just listen to what he has to say here.
We got $32 trillion in debt in this country. We've got to figure out how to balance our budget. And then guess what? You want crypto and everything associated with it to grow here, to innovate and grow here, because that will grow the economic pie for everyone. Republicans, Democrats, that's the only way. I'm going to tell you right now, my belief is that's the only way that you can deal with the $32 trillion in debt. The only other way would be to declare the country bankrupt and go into reorganization and tell people that they're going to take haircuts for debts and we're going to pay this back and we're going to prioritize that. This is a company, the United States of America, that has not been managed well. Crypto is a big part of the answer, I believe, in how you grow it. But
everything we wanted to hear right there in that clip, the $32 trillion U.S. debt. The U.S. is like a company that has not been managed well, and crypto, guys, is going to be the answer. I.e., keep hodling your XRP because positive things are coming around the corner. I can feel it. So wanted to thank Digital Asset Buy for posting that. Ian Binns also posted this. So, we're being distracted a little bit, I think, with this Trump indictment thing. I don't know how many of you guys watch mainstream media. I personally do not. I don't know. I'm sure this is plastered all over the place on mainstream news. I did hear about this originally via Facebook and then, started to see some things on Twitter. But what this has been overshadowed with, and I know my Twitter feed is curated to myself, but what this is being overshadowed by is the fact that the economy is in crisis. And so, mainstream news, mainstream media, they got to throw something else at us. And I have no doubt that whether they were planning this or not for a long time, that they decided strategically to go about this yesterday. So Donald Trump indicted by grand jury over hush money payment to Stormy Daniels. I'm not going to read the article. I just wanted to bring it to you guys just to kind of place the timing on this, considering what Tom Emmer is saying about the economy. We all know this. If you're in this space, you already know the economy is in shambles. We've got some opposing viewpoints, though, on this. This is from Brent Donnelly here on Twitter. There is no de-dollarization happening at all. Here are the major currencies' share of global transactions since 1989. And so he posted a chart here from 1989 to present day, or at least 2022. You guys can see here the euro is in the dark blue, the CNY, Chinese currency, in orange, Great British pound in gray, Japanese yen in yellow, and the USD in that light blue. And you guys can see even since 1989 to present day, most of the transactions have been happening in US dollars, and that has not changed. What Brent Donnelly, I think, is not addressing, though, is what is going to be coming next. Yes, we've been seeing the status quo for the last 30 years or so, but I have a feeling this is going to change, and I'm feeling it not just in the United States. I think all countries around the world are really gearing up for this great reset that we've all been hearing about over the last several years. Mason here with another tweet. Major Australian bank is ending cash withdrawals from its branches as the end of paper notes loom. Now, that was a quote from the article. I got the article up here. One of Australia's biggest banks has confirmed that some of its branches will no longer allow customers to withdraw money over the counter. ANZ Bank is stripping back some of its services, with certain branches no longer carrying physical cash. And I don't know if, in your state, in your province, depending on where you live, wherever it is in the country you reside in, Have you guys noticed that more and more bank branches are taking less and less cash? This article goes on to say instead customers will be directed to ATMs if they want to withdraw money, even though these machines are also being cut down across the country. ANZ said that only 8% of its customers rely on banks for their money as more and more Australians switch to internet banking. Now, this is all fine and good unless you want large quantities of cash, which I'm sure most people do not usually take out large quantities of cash anymore. I mean, they used to 30, 40 years ago. It was more common. However, these days, there's kind of no real need for it, at least as far as they're concerned. And so if you go to the bank and take out $20,000, $25,000, there will definitely be questions. Definitely. So I don't know, especially those living in Australia. Have you guys noticed this? Have you guys noticed more of this kind of thing, the cashless banks going on? I do want to bring up one point though. The banks that are doing this, so this is ANZ Bank specifically. I do want to mention Westpac and ANZ have joined Ripple Labs. This is an article from about 8 years ago. So I'm also wondering how many of the banks that are now pushing for this are Ripple-enabled banks, for example. I mean, you can use the technology to make these transactions. They really have nothing to lose, and they have an incentive probably to go cashless more now than ever. So just thought I would bring that up. Also, guys, from ISO 20022 here on Twitter, noticing this, okay, a large swath of banks integrating ISO 20022 this weekend, okay, and it's moving into Monday and even Tuesday. Ripple partner SBI is updating all online banking services Sunday, April the 2nd, 2023. So this is from Ripple partner SBI. As you guys can see here, this is the memo, the maintenance period. You can see it down here. Online banking service, i.e. all services available on Shinsei, Power Direct, and all its related apps will be undergoing this maintenance. And here, just another document just demonstrating the partnership that they have with Ripple. We already know about that partnership. Another one here from Cowboy Crypto. Okay, retweeting out another one from ISO 20022. Credit Agricole Bank will start processing non-cash transfers in national currency based on ISO 20022 through electronic payment systems. So just to my point here, Credit Agricole is a Ripple partner. They joined RippleNet's blockchain testing phase a few years ago, and now they are integrated with RippleNet technology. We are proud to be using our Jetstream FX trading platform and API to contribute to Credit Agricole's innovative experiment based on Ripple's blockchain. And you guys can see it here to focus on fintech, Ripple and Credit Agricole payment services. So again, back from 2018, and here another announcement saying that they are integrating onto ISO 20022 non-cash transfers for this particular bank starting on April the 1st. Now, these were just some tweets here from ISO 20022. Bank of China, March 31st to April 1st, 2023, nationwide system maintenance. Interesting, considering we recently just got news that I think it was Saudi Arabia is now deciding that they are going to trade oil, or sell oil rather, and use the Chinese yuan for the transaction. So they have made a statement. They've made a huge statement here, moving away from the US dollar. Of course, this means China needs to up their game. And so here's the Chinese announcement, service announcement for scheduled nationwide maintenance, 24th of March, 2023. So I guess the announcement happened on the 24th of March, but as you guys can see here, that is happening today, the 31st of March, 2023. And these are just three particular tweets from ISO 20022. Let's do it on Twitter. Now, I had to go to his Twitter page because he had been tweeting out a whole whack of these, like this one, new HSBC digital secure key setup. That was one of the banks that was listed in that document over here with the many, many closures for brick and mortar banks that were occurring. HSBC is one of them. Premier One Credit Union maintenance, April 4th, 2023. So we're seeing this, guys, happening over the weekend, moving into Monday and Tuesday as well. Kohler Credit Union technology upgrade, April 2023. We got First Southern Bank, State Bank, new online mobile digital suite goes live, April 3rd, 2023. Bank of Southwest, smooth transition to new service, April 1st, 2023. New payment platform in Australia, a deposit system for Malaysia upgrade, April 1st, 2023. So we got so many of these, and I'm going to link ISO 2022's Twitter handle in the description of the video if you guys want to peruse, because there are so many. He just kept tweeting and tweeting these out yesterday, and you know, I saw so many that interest me that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and scroll through some of these just to give you guys a sense of what is really happening now. Okay, and it's all happening in and around the same time, end of March, early April 2023, which is basically today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So, you know, it really does beg the question, XRP price has been rallying. Some are assuming it could be insider trading or at least front running what could be up on the docket next. I have a feeling there's probably some truth to that. I don't know how much, but definitely somebody knows something, because this wouldn't be rallying unless something was in fact going on. Now, I also wanted to bring this up from Ashley Prosper here on Twitter. Don't get caught out. The blackout cyber attack narrative has been around for months or years even. Will it happen? I don't know. But I can prepare me and my family just in case. The world is clearly changing, and we have to be ready for it. Retweeting out a tweet from another Ashley here on Twitter, retweeting out Mr. Poole's tweet. Chad Steingraber also tweeting this out. They're really going to do this. Cyber attack, blackout, internet down. Well, guys, this is what Mr. Poole tweeted on the 29th of March, okay? You know what this clip is from? Right over here.
Partners to take immediate action to shore up their defenses against potential cyber attacks. We've previously warned about the potential for Russia to conduct cyber attacks against the United States, including as a response to the unprecedented economic costs that the U.S. and allies and partners impose in response to Russia's further invasion of Ukraine. Today, we are reiterating those warnings, and we're doing so based on evolving threat intelligence that the Russian government is exploring options for potential cyber attacks on critical infrastructure in the United States.
So guys, there you have it. The most recent warning from Mr. Poole. Chad down here also posted some other pertinent tweets here, like sudden death from Mr. Poole on the same day, March the 29th, 2023. Posting a photo here of Joe Biden and another image from this same clip warning us. Also notice this, okay, XRP Maximo responded to Mr. Poole's tweet. Any cyber attack will be an inside job to usher in a new system they will control. Problem, reaction, solution, XRP, and Mr. Poole did in fact end up liking this tweet. And so guys, this is nothing new. I don't know if you remember, I did this video back 2 years ago now. I posted this on November 19th, 2020. This was only a few months after Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, came out and, warned us all that we could in fact go through a cyber pandemic. And considering Mr. Poole now with the renewed warnings, something made me think that we should probably take note. This from XRP Flanders on Twitter. They coming for our crypto? WTF are these lunatics up to now? Okay, let me play you this clip, guys. This back from July 2020. And this is Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum. Listen to what he has to say.
But still, pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
I do not like the sounds of a cyber pandemic. I'm being serious. I almost got shivers when he started talking about this idea of, a cyber attack hitting the grid, taking down the power supply. This, in my opinion, would actually make the pandemic seem like a blip on the radar if we were indeed faced with what Klaus Schwab is suggesting, or maybe predicting, dare I say, a cyber pandemic that would not only cut us off from our cryptocurrencies, would cut us off from all our money, especially if the world is going digital. So now more than ever do I think we should be paying attention to what Klaus Schwab was saying back in 2020. I know the World Economic Forum has their dirty little paws in everything. And so considering, guys, what we are seeing now with banks, the fact that a bank run is imminent, the fact that the U.S. $32 trillion in debt, and that Tom Emmer here is saying cryptocurrency is going to help solve the problem. Another tweet here from Chad Steingraber. The entire global banking network is going down this April 1st for the flip the switch moment on ISO 20022. I mean, it is hard to ignore all these. Again, going back to this, ISO 20022, let's do it. Retweeting these out. all these different banks, all this coordination happening over the weekend. It is hard to ignore considering, we've also been hearing murmurings that this flip the switch moment could happen. I mean, the whole entire notion of a flip the switch moment means that it'll happen, boom, in the blink of an eye, overnight. April 1st is not a random date they picked. The original New Year's Day and the spring equinox symbolizing the birth of the new. The new world begins, and we know XRP going to be part of this. I even have a clip here of Jerome Powell at the BIS Innovation Summit. Listen to what he had to say last year.
As you pointed out, there is no question that we are in a time of rapid technological change in the financial sector, especially in payments. And as is often the case at times like this, there's a mixture of innovations that will have lasting and perhaps salutary effects, and those that will turn out to be mostly hype.
So lasting effects or hype? Where do you think XRP lies? That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.